going to give this scope another go. Greetings and hello, future viewers. We are joining you from the top of the hill in Martinez, California, enjoying some warm afternoon sunlight here in this late autumn day. Got an hour or so till the sun will go down beyond the hills, and then the temperature will drop real fast after that. And we're just messing around. This big guy was out during the wee hours of the night, and I don't know if he caught anything on the hunt or not. Seems like maybe he did. He came in and he slept all through the morning and the early part of the afternoon. Just got up, had a little breakfast, and now he's getting a little luxury here in the sun. He's half asleep, so and he's also wanting to hang out with me, so he's being a little bit more available for the camera than he normally is. He does not usually sit still for being on camera. He definitely has mixed emotions about being out there on the internet. My video seems to be holding up. I tried this scope a few minutes ago, and my video got all weird on me, so I decided just to bail and restart. And yes, he's interesting. Zandar is fun to look at. But probably I should do something more entertaining than that. Have a couple of books out here with me. If anybody's watched any of my oh, what's he doing? Where is he going? There he goes. All right. He wants to go inside the house. This fellow has decided he needs to go in and avail himself of his food tray. All right, buddy. And then when he's finished up, here's a lovely view for you folks of there's Mount Diablo out there on the far side of the valley. Beautiful. So then after Zandar has had his he's already back in the window. I don't know if you can see him. He's in the window there, and he would now like to come back out. There he is. Hello, Zandar. All right, Zandar. There you go. He's a big cat. That's the big cat right there. The king of the top of the hill. Yeah. I don't know how I would have made it through this last 6 months or so had it not been for Zandar showing up. He's a real good addition around here. He is indeed. Aren't you? So, be that as it is, let's do some poems. nobody here, so I feel very like I can just do whatever I want on this scope. um, so there I am. So I'm going to read several poems, I think, from the collected poems of Margot Skinner, my late dear friend. As green as emerald. That looked like that was okay. Let's just find a couple and just read them. This is a good place to start when reading Margot poems. Poets are always drinkers of wine. Poets are always drinkers of wine. Hindi poets, singers of the hot south, they all have the taste of the grape in their mouths. The writers of ghazals with birds in their eyes, the American dreamers, beat but not broken. The young men of France who make words dance. Poets in all countries sit in wine houses and beat time with their glasses on wet-ringed tables as they conjure up new fables. And the bird in the eye begins to fly. Do not prohibit. Do not say no. Let the bird go. Under stars that are red in the mirror of the wine. I like that one. Now, here's one. So Margot was one of the world's great lovers of cats, and I know she would have adored Zandar. Here's a poem called God and the Cat. God carries a cat in the curve of his arm. Purring, it looks at him, full in the eyes. Green eyes are fearless. Claws need his arm. Courageous, destructible, impudent creature, God smiles and strokes soft fur with his great hand. Here's one. This is called To an Atlantean Poet for DSF, and that would be Donald Sidney Fryer, who actually was the editor. What was his title? His it says compiled by Donald Sidney Fryer. Although I had a role in this too, although not mentioned in the book, but I was working with Margot at the time, and I just helped actually physically go through her papers and gather together the scattered texts of her poems, and then Donald compiled them into the book. To an Atlantean Poet for DSF. Dear friend, you walk alone in Atlantean fields, so long enshrouded by the water's swell, where coral-encrusted castles beneath the waves dream in sea change, the dreams no man can tell. Save you who sing of lovers remembered, of older glories in a shining world, of banners, pageants, distant sea-drenched drums vibrating in the waters. Then once more there comes the Lord of sea and land, and by his side, iridescent his bride, and the older loves that are remembered. Glory fades, dreams die. We live in the gray land. Touch for a moment my hand. We remember the king and his immemorial queen. San Francisco, 11 August 1967. Here's one of my favorites. There's one of them raucous birds we got around here. Here's one of my favorites, the pangolin in collaboration with Jane Snow. Oh, see the playful pangolin plucking at his mandolin. His tongue goes out, the ants go in. Oh, pretty playful pangolin. His reddish scales are imbricated, which could be why he's not related to anyone and must be fated all his days to be stalemated. Fair pangolin of toothless jaw, your teeth beneath belie the flaw, ingesting ants into your maw. In beastly feast you crunch them raw. Pangolin, old before the flood, could you swim in all that mud? Is that why your tail is flat? Rather like a cricket bat? Or is it, pretty pangolin, that we've been drinking too much gin? There's a little commentary from the Peanut Gallery. For Jean Cocteau's Orpheus. He has kissed death, clinging under the timbers of the night world, darker alleys here than any mortal feet have walked. One yellow, leprous star, surrendered forever. The son of day, the flower song, immortal bird, yet dark pain is another path, and all paths lead unto the pathless world. Let's see, there was something else in here I'm sure that I wanted to read. All right, let's do a couple more. Here's one to a fantasy writer friend for FRL, and that would be, of course, Fritz Reuter Leiber, Margot's partner and husband. Viking hero, golden-haired, silver-haired, sword in hand, steed at hand, white horse rampant, charging to trumpets at rainbow-walled palaces. On planets parsecs far, among the far stars, laughing and strong, loving and doubting, writing it down on parchment compounded of star-grown papyrus from far-away planet, dreaming of gods and goddesses grotesque, unicorn-horned, hairless and beautiful, glorious ghouls with white bones gleaming, wolf-breasted vixens, and Barbastus made vivid, floating among flowers in purple gold spaceship of, oh lovable creator, moving your chessmen, queens, knights, and horses, walking Russian towers, skyscrapers empty-eyed, dark on a prairie, cities under the earth and under the sea, above the earth and 10,000 stars. It's great to know you. An old play. We stood by the stone boat on the ancient river. My love, there we were, you and I and he, who have played this tragi-comedy together 1,000 times since time began. Always your twain were friend and comrade. Always I loved you both, and you loved me. Nights with clear skies ablaze with stars. Aldebaran, Altair, red Mars, Venus shining with laughter. Wine and good talk and song, prince and princess, poets both, and our guru God, whom we both worshipped, who loved us both, but loving me became your enemy. And thereby hangs too many tales. So I think that people are already fleeing from Periscope with the news that it'll be shutting down. And I will probably do a few more as I figure out my how to proceed in the streaming world. And I'm already setting up on Haps, which has a lot of promise and apparently has the option for us to be able to send our live streams out over our different platforms. But I think we need to remember is we need to be versatile and able to jump. And you know, the corporate interests are not we're their product, and they're not concerned about our needs specifically. But there are more of us than there are of them, as Margot used to say. We just need to get organized, and we just need to keep popping up on all these different platforms that are available to us, and we will overgrow the corporations. Thanks. I will be back before long with more from Tom Sawyer, and I'll probably do a few more